on the violence day. Straight to the point. Ski. Welcome to the DynamiteGizmo podcast, everyone. Episode 229. 229? That's out of this barnacle mechanical world. We're in a biomechanical world. We're living in it right now, fresh and funky. Here's today's card. It's tradition around here to show you the card, but it's not tradition to show you what's on the card, but you'll find out anyway. Check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Do we know who's in the building?
Security doesn't know he's the champ. Let him in.
The security doesn't know he's the champ. Look at the state of this. The security doesn't know he's the champ. I'm not surprised, motherfucker.
Oh, God, dude.
I'm excited for... shut your mouth, you little dope. You barely got into the ring.
Shut your mouth.
Champ, you tick. Who's this fucking guy? Who the fuck is that guy?
When I saw that shit, it made me fucking laugh my testicles off, dude. Security doesn't even know he's the champ. They didn't know. You know what? No one knew. And when Khamzat went to shake Belal's hand, Joe Rogan stuck his hand out and shook Khamzat's hand instead. It was fucking crazy, dude. It was fucking crazy. Nobody remembers the name. Belal remember the name Muhammad? No one remembers the name. They don't remember the name. They don't know the name. They don't care about the name. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Does everyone got their holiday cheer? Everyone feeling nice and holiday festive? Huh? You getting your packages delivered to your house for all the little boys and girls? No, you ain't. You ain't. You know why? Because Canada Post, they're on strike. Oh, those little fools. They're fools, yeah. Where's my Conor McGregor? Where's he at?
You little fucking rat.
That's not the one. Do I have a fool?
Shut your fucking mouth.
There's too many.
You little fucking rat.
I am like the elephant.
He is like the elephant. He never forgets. Let me say something about the Canada Post strike right now. First off, I think strikes in general, dumb. I think strikes are dumb, dude. What are we doing when we strike, huh? You're in the union, you're like, oh, we're not getting... I think strikes are just an excuse to not do your work. You start a union because you think things are unfair at the workplace. So you start a union, all right? Now you have that advantage. You have the advantage. You're in a union, so now you have the upper hand. So whenever you feel like things are out of order, you just go, oh, we're going to stop working and we're going to strike until we get exactly what we fucking want. I don't like it, dude. It's entitlement. Who the fuck are you? Huh? Okay? In certain scenarios, we could see the unions and the strikes working out. But I think in the Canada Post, that union, that strike, it's balagna, dude. It's balagna. I looked every single point that they have laid out for their demands of what they think is necessary and what they think they need. It's all balakshknifk. It's all baloney, dude. All of it. Bologna. It's all baloney. What are they doing here? They want a 24% wage increase over the next 4 years. They want gender-affirming care. I mean, what are we doing here? Stronger safeguards against technology changes that could impact job security. We'll get into all this. Improved working conditions. Union or not, when someone's in a job, when someone has a job, when someone's doing a job, when someone's employed by someone else, whether it's a single person or an entire entity or an enterprise or a corporation or whatever, you're working for them. Okay? If you have a problem with the way in which the conditions are, okay, I get that. But when we're talking wages, if you're unsatisfied with the wage, do what you can to negotiate. Do what you can to show that employer that you deserve higher wages. And if you actually do legitimately deserve higher wages, then absolutely. Sit down, have a discussion, get the higher wage. But unions destroy this concept. Unions gather everyone together and make everyone feel like they're on the same equal playing field. What exactly is it about Canada Post that they feel like they deserve so much of an increase? What's going on? And by the way, if you're not satisfied with the wage and you have to stop work, demand something higher, and get everyone in your entire organization to stop work, to jeopardize an entire country off of a very, very necessary fucking need that we all not only appreciate, but actually, this is the most important time of the year that we need Canada Post. And all you fuckers decided, oh, we're going to stop right at fucking Christmas time, where everybody needs their fucking mail delivered. We're going to stop right now because we need our fucking gender-affirming care and higher wages. Listen, dude. If you don't like the pay, quit. Find a new fucking job. Stop relying on everyone else to pay your wage and make your life better. You don't like the wage? Well, go fucking start your own business. Go leave. Find your own job. Find a new job. Start your own job. Start a new business. Or maybe just find a side hustle. Do something, dude. There's this mindset of people nowadays, and it's been this way for a very long time, and I didn't really realize it until recently, but it's always, I work for this employer. I am putting in what I feel like is hard work, which it's not. So I constantly deserve more and more and more. This boss owes me. No, they don't owe you shit. Okay? The Canada Post is a little different because it's not like one major corporation like fucking Amazon where there's a guy at the head. But even still, you can say what you want about Jeff Bezos in this example. He went out, he started the company, he built it up to this massive fucking entity that it is. Give the man some dues. All right? What are you, jealous? Huh? You jealous because he's making a lot of money and you're not? All right? But that's a different point. But we're talking Canada Post. You don't like the wages. You don't like the way the company is portraying themselves in whatever, all these fucking demands that you're putting out. Then get out. Get the fuck out. You're ruining everyone's life. You're not ruining it, but you're diminishing people's lives. The entire country. At a very crucial time where your job is most necessary. You're being selfish. It's so selfish. It's like, hey, I need these little things. So fuck the entire country until we get it. Fuck that, dude. That is Bologna. It's honestly, it's disgusting. It's not right. It's not the right way to go about it. It's so wrong. And by the way, we don't even need Canada Post. All right? There are so many other ways to get mail delivered. All right? And I know I led up to this entire thing saying it's selfish of them to not do it. But the fact is, like, they are the only ones that do it right now. What I'm saying is we can find someone else to replace them. It can be a privatized company that does it. All these companies that deliver Amazon packages, these self-sustained people who have their own side business where they deliver Amazon packages, that could take over Canada Post. All right? And by the way, Canada Post came back with a negotiative argument. Offer, not argument, offer. They said, we'll give you, instead of 24% wage increase over the next 4 years, we'll give you 11%. How's that sound? They said, no, fuck you. We're going to continue striking. It's insane, dude. Like, the job is not that hard, but they're making it out to seem as though it's like terrible work conditions. And it's not. It's not even close. It's literally a very basic fucking bare minimum job. You should be happy with what you have. You don't need more. But because you're in a union, you feel like things need to be always excessive because you have that fucking power. That's the problem with unions. There's too much power in the employee's hand. And some would argue, well, that's good. You want that. No, you don't. You don't. There's hierarchies for a reason. You got the man at the top, the big boss. There's bosses under him. You delegate. You keep the structure in order. If you just let the peasants have free will and demand to do whatever they want and stop the work, this shit like this happens. Unions are like little children. They're like little children. That's what they are. They're like, I'm not going to eat my carrots tonight. I'm not going to eat my carrots till I get ice cream. I want ice cream first, and then I'll eat my carrots. It's no different, dude. Okay, so the gender-affirming care, we're not even going to talk about that. Because that is just, we know that's bullshit. Okay? Union or otherwise, across the board, doesn't matter what company it is, what establishment, anything. Gender-affirming care just shouldn't exist. That shouldn't even be a talking point. Now, they're asking for stronger safeguards against technological changes that could impact job security. No. What? I never understood this argument. I've never understood this argument from the dawn of its inception. Because it's not just Canada Post that we've seen this in. This is not the first time we've seen this in. We've been seeing this ever since jobs were a thing. Ever since we were able to work for money, people had this thought where they say, we want stronger safeguards against technological changes that could impact job security. No, you don't. Just think about it. How stupid is that? Do you not want the world to become more efficient? Do you not want the world to become more evolved? Do you not want the world to progress in the right direction? Like, do you seriously think we're going to just stop technology because it takes away your job? Find a new fucking job. If we create technology that not only makes your job easier, your life easier, and everyone else's life easier, and makes it completely 100% more efficient, and we don't have to pay employees to do that job, why the fuck wouldn't we do that? You're like, oh, I don't want this job to become more efficient because I am working the job. I'm working the job right now. Yeah, well, you're not, though. You're not. You're slow. We got to pay you. You got to take fucking sick days. You got to take vacation. You got to go on strike because your wages aren't proper. You complain about the weather conditions. If we had technology that could literally deliver everyone's mail efficiently every day in any weather condition under no fucking terms, no agreements, no wages, why the fuck wouldn't we do that? And then you could stop bitching and go find a fucking another job or go do something better with your life. It's redonkulous. You can't expect the entire world to be put on hold because you have a job right now. Right? It was the same thing with cars. Like, before cars existed, we had the horse and carriage. There were plenty of jobs involved that surrounded the horse and the carriage. There were the wheel makers. There were the carriage riders, the people who would drive people to different destinations. There were delivery guys. There were whatever. There was all kinds of jobs associated with the horse and carriage. Not to mention all the jobs that just specifically catered to the horse, the farriers, the teeth, the horse dentist, the horse barber. You know? There were all these jobs. And the second the automobile came around, or as they like to call it, the horseless carriage, they said shit like this. They said, we can't invent these cars because it's going to take the horse and carriage jobs away. What if we put safeguards in place to prevent the car from ever existing? Like, it's simple. It's a simple fucking thought process. But no one wants to think that way because they're stuck in the now. They're like, I have this job. I've had this job my whole life. I'm not leaving because I'm too scared. And I don't like change. Well, guess what? Maybe you need a little change in your life. Because obviously Canada Post isn't working out for you. Then they go on, okay, improved working conditions. Protect against physical and mental toll of the job, exacerbated by climate change and extreme weather conditions. Come on, guys. What are you going on about? You ride around in an air-conditioned vehicle putting pieces of paper and little pieces of trash in boxes. So what? You get a little heat in the summer. So what? It's a little cold in the winter. You're wearing a coat. You get to go right back in your vehicle after each delivery. There's people who are working in those weather conditions all fucking day long, and they don't get to go in a vehicle. They don't get to go in a vehicle and warm up or cool down. They don't have nearly as many breaks as you. They don't have nearly as many benefits as you. They might not have any benefits at all. They don't have a fucking pension from the government. All right, and not only are they out working in these conditions, they are working 100 times harder than you fucking Canada Post workers will ever work. You guys are lifting pieces of paper and putting them in boxes. Sure, maybe there's the odd package here and there, but so what? You could use the exercise. You fat fuck. It's not. They make it seem so bad because they're a union and they have to come up with an argument. They all decided, they're all bitchy, they all complain, they're all fucking pussies. And they're like, oh, we're in charge. We have the fucking upper hand. We need more money because our shit's it's too fucking hard to deliver mail. Climate change is making me sweat. So let's get together and and just make up a bunch of bullshit until they fucking agree to our demands. It's stupid. It's really dumb. In my younger years, I liked the idea of unions. And I liked the idea of the employee having the upper hand. I thought it was ideal. I thought it was perfect. I thought it was, yes, this, of course it should be this way. But I now realize, because it only makes sense, this is baloney. This is dumb. And I hope, you know what? Because honestly, ever since this strike happened, it hasn't affected me at all. But there's a lot of people it affects. At least as far as I know. There might be mail that I am supposed to get that I haven't yet, but as far as I know, I've been getting mail from Amazon, and other companies have been shipping that to me. But I know there's a lot of people affected by this. They're not getting their mail, especially if it's something that's coming straight from the government. Whether it's some sort of check or whatever, something that someone needs, they're not getting it. Because these pussies are scared of a little cold weather. They're scared of a little hot weather. They're scared because their company isn't giving them money towards their transition from a male to female. They're pissed because there's technologies in place that might replace them. And you know what? Maybe we have that technology already. Maybe we are so close to that technology that we could just say, fuck it. Fuck all you union tards. You're all fired. Go find something else to do. We've got fucking drones that can deliver this shit. I hope that they don't get what they're asking for. I hope it doesn't work out for them. Right? Does anyone agree? I'm not even arguing against unions. Yeah, I am. I actually am. I don't think unions are good. It's not good. They're not good. I was going to say maybe I'm not, but I am. I don't think unions are okay. Because shit like this happens. Especially when it's a crucial fucking organization, company, whatever, that people rely on so heavily. Why can this shit happen? They can just refuse to work until their demands are met, like little children. It's exactly like little children not eating their vegetables until they get their ice cream. It's no good. It's no good. And if there's any union workers out there in Canada Post listening to this, and you obviously disagree with me, then go find another fucking job. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right? Listen. And by the way, the improved working conditions, like, you want protection against the physical and mental... What other thing can they do to protect you against the weather conditions? You have a vehicle. You have the clothes. Your job is to go around putting paper in boxes. How else can they protect you against that? Huh? There's nothing else. You're shit out of luck. If you don't like it, then go find another fucking job. You know it's not that hard. You know it's not that hard, you Canada Post worker. It's beginning to look a lot like shit, miss. Whoops. Oh, there's music in this. I always forget that there's music.
Oh, Johnny.
Damn, wow.
That's a good woman right there. Oh, yeah, that's fun, isn't it? Oh. It's always nice to be jolly during the holidays, you know? Go out to a nice restaurant with the family, maybe some friends. Say, hey guys, I want to treat you to a nice little din, huh? Out at the diner. Get some cranberry sauce. See what's going on.
Oh shit, bro got a knife. Yo, this went from fun to dangerous real quick.
Ooh, this guy's got a knife, dude. Oh, I wish I would see more. Can we stop the trend where the videos end too quick? Can we stop that? Please. Can we just stop that? Let him roll out a bit more, okay? We got a fat guy outside a diner with a knife in his hand, just casually banging it on the window as he prances around. I would like to see some outcome here. What happens? Did security? There is security. We saw the jacket here in the beginning. Look at him. Security. Security doesn't look.
Oh shit, bro got a knife. Yo,
Oh
this went
shit,
from
bro
fun
got
to
a
dangerous
knife.
real quick.
This guy doesn't give a fuck on the phone. They're all trapped inside. Bro's got a knife. He's just spreading the Christmas joy. Spreading the Christmas cheer. He's not stabbing anyone. Who's he gonna stab? He can't. He's too fat. You can't stab if you're fat. Okay. So besides the fact that Canada Post is doing their thing, it's just like Canada in general has a bad reputation right now. And it has for many years now. It has. For one specific reason, and that is because of the person who claims to be the prime minister of our country right now. Okay? And maybe not even a lot of people outside of Canada know how bad it is. But there are some people who do pay attention and who are wise to the situation. And they like to talk shit about Canada. And I agree it's very wrong, and I disagree with the majority of it. But I just want to show this clip here of Joe Rogan here.
How about the guy in Canada that's 50 years old that identifies as a teenage girl and was competing in like young girls swimming, and they allowed him because Canada, like you live there, off the rails. You live in a communist shithole. That place is nuts.
Yeah.
And they allow some of the most bananas trans stuff of all time. On taxpayer money in Canada, they paid for a guy to develop breast milk. Do you know about this story?
No.
Oh yeah, has an adopted
Painful.
child, paid for this person to lactate. You imagine the toxic milk that's coming out of this man tit?
Horrendous.
Like what is in there? Like what are you generating? You don't even have the glands for it. Like what's actually being secreted there? Like what is that?
Yeah.
So, Joe Rogan talks about Canada a lot, calling us a communist shithole, and we are. It's very unfortunate we are. But the thing is, I just want people to realize something here. Yes, the country is in turmoil. Yes, we are in this mess of what could be perceived as a communist shithole. And maybe it is. But I need people out there to realize that the citizens, the majority of the citizens, almost all of them, disagree with the state in which the country is right now. I need people to understand that, yes, the country is in shambles, but the true Canadians, the majority of people who live here, we disagree with it. So when people like Joe Rogan say this shit, the rest of the viewers of the Joe Rogan podcast automatically think, oh, Canadians feel this way. This is how Canadians feel. Canadians want this shit. No, we don't want this shit. We seriously don't want this shit. But we're stuck in it right now, at least. We all want the exact same thing that you Americans have. When Donald Trump got in, Canada was so stoked. Well, I should say the majority of Canadians, the people who actually have a brain in their head, were stoked because we're like, this not only is good for America, this is good for the world. We want the same things as you guys want. But we're stuck in this fucking mess. And we want out. And we've wanted out. We've wanted out since day one. But the parliamentary system, the way in which our votes are tabulated, it's a mess. It's not anything like America and how it's done over there. It was catered in a way where it turned out not in the majority of Canada's favor. And now we've been stuck in it for so long now. Long ass time. And we still got one full year to blast through this before our next election. But by that time, for sure, Pierre's going to get in. And things are going to look up. But I just needed to clarify that. Because I see, like, there's, Sean Strickland, Joe Rogan, Yabadoopy, Ben Shapiro, lots of people. They talk about Canada and the state of Canada, and they always say, like, Canada is a shithole, Canada is communist, Canada sucks. Yes, it sucks. But you just need to understand the Canadians don't like it either. We don't like it. We don't want it. We're over it. We were over it the second it happened. So let's just make that clear. It's not the citizens, it's the government. And maybe that is already clear. Probably is. But when I heard this episode and I heard this point, I was like, because I love Joe Rogan. Of course. Who doesn't? Canada Post workers don't like him, I bet. But so when I heard Joe say this, I was like, people watching this are just gonna automatically assume Canadians want this as well, but we don't. Obviously, that bullshit, the titty milk from a man, what the fuck? We don't want that. That's redonkulous. Nobody wants that. And also, no one wants the fucking men in the little girl's locker room either. That shit's baloney. It's more than baloney. It's fucking disgusting. And it's horrendous. And obviously it shouldn't happen. So it's not Canadians, it's fucking government, dude. And it's the few individuals. And obviously there's more than what we think that agree with it that are also the problem. But they're lost and they're confused and they're not thinking for themselves. If anyone actually advocates for men producing titty milk and allowing them to identify as little girls to go into locker rooms, if they think that's okay, then there's something wrong with them. Their mind has been tainted. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way any sane, rational person would think that that's okay. And there's no way any sane, rational person would allow someone else to think that way and allow someone else to just have that view. There's certain views. Well, fuck, I guess if we're talking free country, but like the thing is, you can have a free country, yes, speak your mind, of course, free speech all the way, bopski boopin'. But when it actually affects someone's life, specifically a child's life, where it puts their life in danger or harm, then you can't have those thoughts. And if you think that those thoughts are not harmful because the old man who identifies as a little child is actually a child, like if you think he actually is a child because he believes it, then you're insane. And you need to go in a mental institution. And I'm sorry. Like that's not okay. You're mentally unstable. And you need to go into a facility. And you need to be locked up, and the key needs to be swallowed by an elephant, so that when it does come out in its poop, someone will have to dig through the poop if they want that key back. That's just how it is, dude. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. I'm so sorry, but I don't make the rules. Yeah. Here's an example of if a Canada Post employee did get their 24% increase over the next 4 years, and they could afford a Corvette, and someone pissed them off in traffic. Is that it? You see that nice little jump, though? Oh, she's getting out. Oh, yeah. See, he's scared. He's scared. He's scared of a woman. But you got to watch that jump again, though. Look at that. Oh, man. Listen, dude. You can't hop like that. You can't hop like that if you're going to punch. If you're going to punch something, you can't hop and punch. Dude, that's some weak shit right there. It's either punch or hop. Don't hop and punch. Oh. I mean, not gonna lie, he did knock the mirror off the vehicle. I can't imagine that'd be that easy of a task. They're mounted. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just a plastic piece of shit. Every vehicle's different. Whoever's in this car is in a nice car, too. Or this must be one of those 3-wheeled bicycles with 2 in the front, 1 in the back, maybe. Oh, he's pissed. And that little walk back to his Corvette. Oh, yeah, get out of here. See, and that's what happens. You give them that 24% increase. Now they're even more entitled because they got a Corvette. He got his way. This person honked at him, so he's like, I'm gonna do a little jump punch and knock your mirror off. I don't wanna wait for my lunch to get colder, but if I do. I have a little Christmas tale to share. I have a little Christmas tale. So the other day, I guess it was yesterday, at the place in which I work, it is not a union, I was there by myself. And the front door had opened, and I'm all by myself. The front door had opened. So I went out to go greet who I assumed was a customer. Turns out that wasn't the case. 3 Mexicans walked in the door. Now, the fact that they're Mexican doesn't really matter to the story, but it's a nice detail and it puts an image in your head. And I think it does matter to the story. So I'm going to say they're Mexican because they are. So 3 Mexicans walk through the door. One of them has a flyer in her hand. Another one, a Mexican gentleman, has a guitar. And then a third Mexican woman comes in with a tambourine. My immediate thought is, oh fuck. Uh-oh. They're about to sing some Christmas carols. They better not, 'cause I'm all by myself. So the girl with the flyer immediately starts talking before I even have a chance to say hello. And she's up in my grill, and she says, "Hello, sir. We are going from store to store, raising donations for Don't know what she said, but they're raising donations for something by singing Christmas carols." And I said, "Oh, okay, cool." And then they immediately jumped into song. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Dun, dun. Got the tambourine. And they're all looking at me. And I'm just standing there. And I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm getting a one-man concert right now. I'm getting a concert all for myself from these 3 Mexicans who just bombarded me. And they've cornered me, and I got nothing to do. What am I going to do? Tell them to stop? Jingle bells, jingle all the way. And they're staring at me, singing. And I am the most uncomfortable I've been in a long time. I don't know what to do. I can't talk. I'm awkwardly and uncomfortably smiling. I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know where to look. Because they're all staring at me, and they're all singing. And they're not even smiling either. They're just jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. They had their own rendition of Jingle Bells, and they just kept going and going. They were locked in, dude. Locked in, staring directly into my soul. And I just had to stand there, and I just had to take it. I just had to take it like one of Diddy's little children at his little fucking Vaseline parties, baby oil parties. I had to sit there and take it. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. And they finish. And so I don't know, I still don't know what to do, so I just go, very nice. Very nice. And they continue to stare at me. Just like this. They stare. And I'm saying nothing. I'm awkwardly smiling. And I'm like, and they're not saying anything. They're just staring at me. And I'm like, so, and they go, "Would you like to make a donation?" And I'm like, I have no money. Because I didn't. I actually had no money. I have no money. I have no cash. We didn't come to any sort of arrangement. You didn't give me time to prepare. You just bombarded me and flurried me with song that I didn't ask for. So I said to them, I have no money. I'm sorry. I have no cash. You didn't even ask. You just jumped into it. And they're like, "Oh, okay." And they walked and they left. They just left. And I stood there for a second and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck? Okay? Christmas carolers. Let's make it a thing here. Let's make it a thing where let's ask permission first before you just jump into your musical serenades. Okay? And if you're gonna get a donation from the person you're singing to, make sure the person has money on them to begin with. But most importantly, make sure it's okay to sing to them first. And by the way, if it's just one person, go away. Don't do it. Don't do the jingle because it's very awkward. There's not one person, unless you're an old person in an old folks home who has no visitors ever, there's not one person on this planet who is going to single-handedly take on a barrage of Christmas carolers all by themselves. It's not fun. It's not fun. And then to be asked for money at the end of it, no thank you. No thank you. Please, find somewhere else to go. I will give them credit, though. They did know how to play instruments, and they sang pretty good, but little too much. Little too forward. Little too intense. Okay? I didn't feel any Christmas joy there. I didn't feel the magic of Santa Claus tickle my ears there. I just felt very uncomfortable and awkward the whole time. So, if that's what you were going for, well, good job. And part of me thinks maybe it was like some sort of scam. Because this has happened before. And I guess this is why I mentioned the word Mexican. And I'm not saying that just because they're Mexican that they're scamming people. But what I am saying is that last year, around the exact same time, Christmas time, there was a Mexican who was going to store, selling chocolate bars, claiming they were donations for something. Turns out, she was actually just collecting all the money for herself. And yeah, it was a complete scam. And that was a proven thing. That was an actual event. So I'm not saying the Mexican carolers that came to me yesterday were a scam, but all I'm saying is it's a thing. You know? It's a thing. We never have carolers. I've never seen a caroler in my life. But it just so happens that yesterday they came and they were Mexican, and in the past there were Mexicans who pulled a Christmas scam before. You know? And if you're going to pull a scam at Christmas time and you know how to play instruments, your scam seems pretty legit. It seems like not a scam. So I don't know. But either way, I'm glad I didn't give them any money. Because even if I had cash, I probably still wouldn't do it. Because I didn't enjoy myself. They just came in and made me feel uncomfortable and awkward. And that doesn't deserve money. I don't care what the charity is. You can't come up to me and make me feel like a piece of shit and then ask for money. That's not how this works. You gotta make me feel good. You gotta establish a little bit of a repertoire. Don't just bombard me with song and expect me to feel magical. I felt horrible. In just an awkward way. It was just super uncomfortable. So I don't know, maybe a story will come out and we can I can address it next episode and say, see, I told you it was a scam. I told you those carolers were not carolers. All right. Let's end things off with another little bit of UFC shit. So it was announced that Sean Strickland is rematching DDP for the belt. We all knew this was going to happen. This is no surprise. It was established long ago by Dana White We knew this fight was going to happen. But everybody's still all pissed off because they're like, Khamzat's performance at 308 is deserving of a title shot. And yes, it is. But they already established Sean Strickland to fight DDP. This is the exact same thing that happened with John Jones and Stipe Miocic. But that was a bit different because Tom has the interim. This, though, Khamzat doesn't have any interim title. Yes, he deserves a title shot, but let Sean do his thing first. All you people, you have such a problem with the UFC backing down from what they established. Dana White's a man of his word. He's not just going to fucking push Sean Strickland to the side because Khamzat deserves the title. Let Sean get in there. Let's see what happens. Whoever comes out on top, then Khamzat is going to fight. For sure. Y'all are acting like Khamzat's never going to get his chance. It's going to happen. Just fucking be patient. But anyway, so ever since it was announced that Sean is fighting Khamzat, or DDP, sorry. Khamzat is just getting on Twitter, and he's just like fucking, he's roasting Sean, but in the weirdest way. Like, it started with this post. I don't know what this post says. Actually, let me see. Ah, fuck. I wonder if I can translate this somehow. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Okay, so it started here. He posts this picture of him behind like a Mercedes-Benz with a gun in his hand. And then he says, "Where are you?" at Strickland. Now, I don't know if he doesn't know how to use X or if he's just playing some sort of smart game and pretending to tag Strickland in these like fake Strickland accounts. But every single post where he's trolling Strickland, he's not actually tagging Strickland. He's tagging accounts that sound just like Strickland. Like this one's Stricklad. This next one, he didn't even tag him, but he just said, "It's okay, bro. Haha." And then he makes another post at Sen Stricklad. Not Strickland. But then he says, "Say sorry again." So his I don't like it, it's not even making sense what he's talking about, let alone him tagging random ass people. This is kind of funny, I guess. He just says "good luck," bicycle, laughing face emoji. And then it's just a video of Sean Strickland doing his weird fucking thing that he does. And then again, at Sinistricaled, it just gets weirder and weirder each time. This is your father? Picture of P. Diddy. It doesn't really make sense, but okay, I guess kind of a roast. And then this one, this is kind of funny, okay? He says, "Who is this G ... question mark?" Kind of a double entendre here. Could be him, saying like, "Who is this guy?" But it could also be, "Who is this gay?" Because Sean Strickland's looking pretty gay here. Gotta admit. This is his best post yet, fucking attacking Strickland. Now, Strickland hasn't responded to these yet. And I don't know if it's because he's unaware, because Khamzat's not actually tagging him in these, or if he just doesn't give a fuck. But here's the thing. If Sean Strickland gets the belt from DDP, Strickland and Khamzat is going to be so good. Not even because of this shit, but just because that would be, I've wanted to see that fight forever. Before either of them were even in contention to get the belt. But now, this whole lead up to it, where they're both in a spot where they can get the belt, Sean Strickland comes out to be an amazing fight. That would be so good. Anyway, I just wanted to point this out. Keep an eye on Khamzat. Follow him on X, because he posts some funny fucking shit. A lot of it doesn't make any sense. He speaks English. Not great, but he does speak it. But when it comes to X, I don't know if he understands it or if he's just that smart. And he knows exactly what he's doing, maybe. Who knows? Which I think it's the latter. But anyway. That's it for this episode of the Dynamite Gizmo podcast. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Please hit the bell, share the video, do what you need to do. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.